Lou, how you doing? I've literally just come on. I thought to myself, I've not actually done a stream for probably about a month. I've been very busy doing stuff. Hello, Schools Playlist. How you doing? Yeah, I was just saying, I've not actually done a stream for about a month, and I just thought to myself, let's actually do a stream. So here I am. If you watch whatever it is I'm uploading at the moment, I'm doing loads of gameplay videos, enhancement videos. I just want to spice up the channel just a little bit so it doesn't get too boring. When a lot of people seem to like the idea of enhancing old games with emulators, I enjoy doing it, using my personal collection and ripping discs, that type of thing. So it's really cool stuff, and it's also good for people to see how we can enhance games. For example, I did some Wii games earlier on, and as you know, Wii games looked pretty bad even back in the day. If you've not watched that video yet, there was a game I put in there which was Need for Speed, which shouldn't have been on the Wii in the first place. But the original look of it on the Wii was so bad, I just had to enhance it, and yeah, it looked awesome. Please Mario Kart Arcade GP. Yeah, I would probably do that at some point. If you're interested in playing that, I actually did a setup guide on it probably about a year ago. I think it was Mario Kart GP2 I did. So yeah, if you want to watch that one, I'm happy enough to send you the link for it. I'm literally just came on, so I'm just putting a community post on just so everyone knows I'm on. Bear with me a sec. There we go. Cool. Okie dokes. Cool. Done. Okay, so let's have a look. New follower enjoying the content. Hello, Mike. How you doing? Yeah, if you're new to the channel, you probably notice I've loaded loads of enhancements at the moment, emulator enhancements. It's not always what I've always done. For a good year and a half, maybe even 2 years, I was doing emulator setup guides. And to be honest with you, I just wanted a break. And like I was just saying, I wanted to spruce up the channel a bit, make it a little bit more diverse. I'd like to see how to techno and place it in launchbox. I've already done it. Schools playlist. Um, like I say, if you're new to my channel, it's my channel isn't gameplay, just predominantly gameplay. I've done countless tutorials and setups over the last year and a half, 2 years. Uh, Launchbox I barely cover anymore because I did so much of it. Um, but teknoparrot through Launchbox, I did do that. Hello, Cos, how you doing? Cos, that's an interesting profile picture you got there. That's from, is it They Live? That cult classic 80s film, really cool film. Techno Parrot, please. Yeah, bear with me a sec. I'm actually going to post in the chat the Launchbox Techno Parrot setup guide. I've got a whole playlist, which I always urge people to do. Check out my playlists. Hello, Devil Shooter. How you doing? Where is my launch box? There we go. Launch box, big box guides. Share, copy. Okie dokes. Let's post that in the chat if I can. Okay. Okay, I've just posted a link to my playlist for a Launchbox. I do believe a lot of those guides in there are a little bit useless nowadays. When I was uploading tutorials for a Launchbox, Launchbox was a little bit more complex, but nowadays, I think in the last couple of releases of Launchbox, they've simplified a lot of things. Um, to be honest with you, I think in most cases it's just a easy way of just putting your games into the ROMs folder. But Launchbox wasn't always like that. Hello, HPVFFJFF. How you doing? So I'm getting a bit little confused at the moment. I'm not sure where everyone's from, but here in the UK, we've just changed times at the moment, as you do through the seasons. And let's see, it's actually 25 to 11 right now in the UK, but it feels a lot later than that. Maybe try Jurassic Park. It's pretty good. Yeah, I did. I actually tried that a little while back. And yeah, at some point for teknoparrot, I'm actually going to be getting subscription for that just so I can do some videos on subscriptions for teknoparrot games. As you know, it's a mere $5 if you want to play all the games available in teknoparrot. Some people will moan at that. Personally, I think it's pretty good. Oh, Scotland, Essex. Cool, man. So yeah, what I was gonna do, I was gonna suggest doing like a live tutorial. I've done those in the past, and specifically, I was thinking about doing retroarch. I know a lot of people struggle using retroarch. So, what do you all feel about that? I do a live retroarch setup guide. I can show you how to add some games, import games, how to download cores. You know, I can do a lot there if anyone's interested. So yeah, I've spoken to Scottish people before in my streams, and I always say went to Edinburgh a couple of years ago. I loved it up there, and I wouldn't mind coming back again. If you remember, a couple of years ago, I'm not sure if you're anywhere near Edinburgh, but when we came up, it was particularly cold that year. It's absolutely ice freezing, like really freezing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm up for doing a RetroArch game. Yeah, that's right, Cos. I'm going to call you Cos. Yeah, after a few months, the Technoparrot games they obviously become free. I'm pretty sure Terminator Salvation was a paid for game originally, but I'm pretty sure it's free now. Oh, Glasgow. Yeah, I've never actually been to Glasgow. Oh, sorry. Tony, how's it going? Long time no chat. Okie dokes. I always do this in my live chats, but if anyone wants to donate to help the channel out, I've just left a link to my PayPal, and I'm always really appreciative of donations. It just means I can buy bits and pieces for the channel. Like I was just talking about the Technoparrot subscription, and if you are new to the channel and you've not seen the content which I've done in the past, I've spent a small fortune in the past doing things for the channel. But anyways, PayPal is there, and I'm always really appreciative of donations. So, what do we all think about a RetroArch live tutorial? Or we could possibly do a retrobat tutorial because I've not covered retrobat very often in the past. Um, only like a million times. I mean, if you are new to the channel, retrobat was pretty much the front end, which sort of got my channel somewhere, as it were. So yeah, if you are new to the channel, I've pretty much covered every front end you can think of. Really obscure front ends as well as sort of more mainstream ones. Do a PS Vita tutorial. Well, yeah, that's whoa, that's easy enough, Tony. I'm not sure if I have any games on my computer, but Seaman, let's see. Hello, Mark. How's it going? I figured out the issue. I just had a Nintendo Wii. There was an old XML. I suppose I could just do a very uh, rough guide, I suppose, of setting up Vita 3K. So yeah, very easy to set up. Let's do this. It'll give me something to do. Nice picture of Kate Bush just there. Uh, okay, so if any of you's unaware, Vita 3K is a PS Vita emulator. And if there's particular games on it you want to play, things like Killzone, which was a great game in its day when it came out on the Vita. There is particular games it doesn't support yet, but it's always getting improvements. So, uh, if you're interested in Vita 3K, I always suggest taking a look at compatibility list and compatibility database. So you have got a compatibility list somewhere for Vita 3K. It does support a good amount of games, but particular games, like I said, the most popular ones, Call of Duty, you're going to find it hard. Bear with me, Mark. I'm just gonna go through this guide a minute. So, anyways, let's download Vita 3K. So, yes, available for Windows, Apple, Linux, and Android. We're gonna obviously do this on Windows. So, we're gonna grab it from GitHub, Windows latest. Okie dokes. So, if you download Vita 3K, you'll download it in a zip folder. So what I tend to do is create a new folder on desktop, just call it Vita 3K, and I'm going to drag and drop those files inside of that folder. Okie dokes. So let's open this up. So we got the Vita 3K executable in here. If I double left click on this one, more info, run anyway, and here we go. So when it boots up, you're going to see a terminal in the background. It just tells you what's going on in the background, all this nice glossy stuff. So United Kingdom, English, and we get to choose where we want everything to install to. So I'm actually going to change the emulator path to my Vita 3K folder I just created. So select that folder, next. Now the next part we need to do is download the firmware in download font package. So I think it was download firmware, just click on this one. And that's going to take us to the official PlayStation Vita um, firmware download. So download update and PSV update.pub. So it's attempting to block it. It thinks it's a virus and it's going to kill my computer. We're going to keep anyway. And that's that one now downloaded. And we're also going to download the font package. And that one's automatically downloading for me. So we got two of these. PSP2 updat.pub and PSB updat.pub. Cool. Right, okay, so let's go back to the chat a minute. We've got HBVFFJFF. You're asking for Vita 3K, retrobat Vita 3K, and launchbox on Vita 3K. Which one do you want, man? Hello, Inferno, how you doing? Okay, so we've downloaded both of those. Install firmware. Now I need to go to where both of those files are downloaded. So they're going to be here. And I'm pretty sure the first one to install is psv updat.pub, which it is, it looks like. So this one can take a little bit of time. Okay, so Retrobat Vita 3K, I've already covered that in the past, and I've also covered it on Launchbox. Okie dokes, there we go. So once we've installed that, we can now delete the firmware file which we downloaded. Okay, and we're also going to install the next file. So install firmware file, and here it is. and we can delete that as well. Okay, and then next, and we can just bypass all this for now. So next, and we're done. Very easy. Now, once you're in Vita 3K, you want to uncheck show next time. Otherwise, every time you boot it up, it's going to come up with this really annoying screen, which is, yeah, gets a little bit annoying. So you can uncheck that, close, create user, give yourself a username. For example, I can type in just Jamie and even choose avatar if that works nowadays, which it does. Nice picture of me with a Nightmare on Elm Street and Commodore 64 back. So confirm, okay, and we're going to use this profile, or we can go to automatic user login. Okie doke, so this is it. This is Vita 3K. Now, like I was saying, I don't have any games, but the way to do this is make sure your Vita games are in .zip file extension. So to install games, they need to be in .zip. That's the way I recommend. All you need to do is go to install.zip.vpk, and then you just simply go to select where that game is. Like I said, I don't have any at the moment, but it will start installing, and that's it. And then at the top here, under configuration, settings, you've got plenty of settings here to mess around with. I think GPU is where you can make things look better through internal resolution and anisotropic filtering. So yeah, pretty simple to set up really, this one. Okay, let's go through what I've missed out. Okay, so you can no longer get retrobat to work on my PC. Yeah, Wipeout was really good on the Vita. I really enjoyed that version of it. I know the one you mean. Some Amiga, something like that. I think it was called. So I can no longer get retrobat to work on my PC. I have no idea. Every other emulator works fine. So weird. Well, what happened, Inferno? Maybe your USB drive you've got retrobat on corrupted, possibly. It's hard to say. Um, if you really want retrobat back, the easiest way to keep all your games intact is literally just download it again and install it on top of your current installation. If it asks you to replace files, just click yes. Your games will stay in the same ROM folder, and you should then get a working retrobat again. Runtime error, that's a simple fix, Inferno. That's a really simple fix. Let me show you something. If I open up Edge, so if you're getting runtime errors, uh, duh, 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 visual runtime C++. Uh, right, okay, Mark. I'm going to be with you in a second, and we'll look into that. Okay, so retrobat not working. If that's what it's asking you for, you need to install this, and you also need Visual C++ and can't think of the other one. Uh, go onto that link, Inferno, and download that all-in-one pack. Right, okay. So AmiKit. Where are we? Mark. Bear with me a second. Just looking for something. Won't be a sec, people. Right, okay. Mark. In AmiKit, can't find the kicks. That could be. Can't find the kicks. Yeah, as you know, Mark, Amiga emulation can be a little bit complex. What I'm guessing is that your Kickstart files aren't named correctly. Cause I don't, I'm afraid. People they'll say to me a lot. You on Twitch and to be honest with you, Rumble. I've not actually heard of that channel. I'm a bit old school. I know there's a lot of things coming out these days online, but I like to stick with YouTube. Right. So I'm an AmiKit user myself. I don't know if you watched the review I did for AmiKit a little while back. The developer Jan, he actually sent me a copy, and I love AmiKit. It's awesome. Um, I'm guessing you. Let's see again. Can't find the kicks. I've not used AmiKit for a little while. Let me just get my bearings with AmiKit. You put your Kickstart files into. Bear with me. AmiKit, where are you? No, it's not in there. Rabbit hole, is it in the T? No. ROMs. Okay, so by the looks of it, Mark, your Kickstart files for AmiKit should go in your rabbit hole and ROMs folder. I haven't, I'm afraid. But if it's a goods game, I'll probably add it in my S section when I get back to doing my Amiga alphabets. So yeah, going back to AmiKit and Kickstart ROMs. Looking at this, I'm going to go in rabbit hole and ROMs, as you can see here. Put kick.rom here. I thought it was around that area. Trouble is with AmiKit is that as you can see, you've got lots of folders and you've got lots of subfolders, and it can get very confusing very quickly. Configurations. But if we got any Amiga fans on here, AmiKit, without a doubt, is awesome. I don't know if this is going to come out, but if I go to launch, so if you can see this, if this is coming out right now, this is AmiKit. So you pretty much get a modern style desktop. And I've got this connected uh, to my Amiga games folder. So yeah, I've covered Amiga for RetroArch. Again, you can find that in my RetroArch playlist. Now this is taking a little bit of time to load up. But anyway, it's got all my WHD loaded games in here. Oh, there they are. And we also got iGames within AmiKit. This might be lagging a little bit. Uh, games. Anyway, I think I'm going to close AmiKit down because really that's lagging. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Mark, if you're having issues with setting AmiKit up, what I suggest doing is checking out my setup guide for AmiKit. And what I'm going to do is link you to the setup guide, which I did a couple of months ago when the creator of AmiKit he sent me the copy to review. Where would it be? Computer emulator guides. First time installation for AmiKit. Okie dokes. Okay, so Mark, I just sent you a link to set up AmiKit. Okay, so it looks like there's a problem at the moment. So what happened with Vita tutorial? I've done it, Tony. I've done the Vita tutorial. So yeah, for the Vita tutorial, like I said, I don't actually have any games. As a lot of you's aware, I'll upload stuff and then I'll delete stuff. So I literally use it like borrowing from time to time. So I borrow games, do what I got to do, make videos, and then they're deleted. Yeah, it looks like there's buffering issues at the moment. That's bizarre. Uh, to be honest, God, I can't pronounce your username. I'm gonna just call you the Crow. Um, Archive is actually back up. So I believe I watch a YouTuber, Mr. Sajano, a Canadian YouTuber. He talks about emulation news, and I did hear the other day. I'm pretty sure I did that. The archive.org is back up again. Not sure if that's true or no. Let's have a look. I've not actually checked, but archive. Okay, let's take a look. Archive, archive.org. No, is it down or is up? Looks like it's not sure if it's up to be honest. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Like I said the other day, I'm pretty sure Mr. Scano, the YouTuber, mentioned it was back up again. I'm not sure. It's a bit of a mess, I think, at the moment, that website. One more starts with a V. 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 I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean with the letter V. CPU I am using, it's an i7 11th gen. Uh, I can show you specifics for that. I always go to system information. Uh, Obviously, I'm using Windows 11. It will tell me just here. Really easy way to get up information. 11th gen, Intel, yeah, i7 11370H, running at 3.3 gigahertz, 4 cores, and I've also got 8 threads in this CPU. Okay, so it does work. Yeah, but it seems a bit, Stephen. It's up and then it's down and then it's up and then it's down and okay, so it is back up. I'm not sure. It just seems very messy to me at the moment. New Internet Archive. Yeah, like I said, it is a bit of a mess at the moment. I have checked it a few times over the last few weeks, but yeah, like some of you here are saying, 1 minute it's up and then it's down. You got login, then you haven't got login. It's messy. Got to sign in now. Oh, that's fair enough. So I've got a new follower. Sorry, I've got a new follower here. Uh, HBVFFJFF. Really, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but yeah. So, anyways, what does people want from the channel at the moment? Is everyone happy with watching these enhancement videos I've been doing for the past, say, week? In terms of things like retrobat tutorials, I've done it to death. So I'm pretty limited with tutorials